many children are dying. Too many children. We must do something.
Former Congresswoman and gun violence victim Gabrielle Giffords making an appeal to Congress today to do something to curb gun violence. And it's a theme that was also sounded here in the Bay Area.
That's right. Members of Congress met with city officials in San Francisco today to talk about the same gun measures. And ABC 7 News political reporter Mark Matthews listened in on that meeting.
Yeah, we're just back. House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi was at this meeting in San Francisco today. So was Peninsula Congresswoman and shooting victim Jackie Speier and North Bay Congressman Mike Thompson, who chairs the House Task Force on Gun Violence. The topic of this forum was what can and what needs to be done. Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi began by saying it's time for members of Congress to protect the American people.
So this is it. We have to measure up, and we cannot accept anything less than success.
The head of the House Task Force on Gun Violence says there are measures that even gun advocates support.
Like universal background checks, like an end to these assault magazines, 30 shots at a time.
Mindy Finkelstein was the first to ask a question of the panel. She was one of 5 people shot 13 years ago at a Jewish center in Los Angeles.
By a man who was out on parole, who's a self-proclaimed neo-Nazi, and was able to get his guns through the gun show loophole.
The loophole is that people who buy guns at gun shows are not subject to background checks.
That has to be, you said what happens if the law isn't changed? The law has to change.
Congressman Thompson called the loophole ridiculous.
It's the same thing as saying we're going to screen airline passengers in only 30 of the states.
There was no argument at this meeting, but in Washington, D.C. today, the head of the NRA called the universal background check a waste of time and money.
You're never going to get criminals to go through universal background checks. I mean, they're... all the law-abiding people, you'll create an enormous federal bureaucracy.
Congresswoman Jackie Speier, who was shot 5 times during the Jonestown massacre, says Alain LaPierre doesn't represent the NRA's membership.
The polls that have been taken show that the vast majority of the NRA members support universal background checks.
Congressman Mike Thompson says his task force will have their recommendations ready by next week. He'll be turning them over to Nancy Pelosi, and then we'll see how far they get in the Republican